Hey guys, Kira8428 here, back again with another video. And this time I'm going to be doing something very different. I'm going to be announcing my new webcomic thing that's coming out, like, this week. Probably, hopefully. It should. Yeah, no, I finally got around to doing the thing that I've always been wanting to do, and that's releasing a webcomic series. I've briefly mentioned wanting to release an older one. I did a speed paint on Craig Fortune, who is going to be from a comic. That was much more lighthearted than this one, but I made too many notes and lost all motivation to continue that one, so it's shelved for now. And so instead we get this. This is, well, the drawing is the two main characters from this comic that I've called the Buckett Library. And essentially, the summary, or like the synopsis. I barely passed English, so. But, basically, the story is about Louis, a high school senior who just turned 18 and is looking for a summer job to help pay for college when he finds a library in town that's hiring. And it's run by crime author Riley Sarovich. And this old library is essentially just, it's filled with very dark, very deep covered secrets and things of that nature and that ilk that really should have been left unfound. But unfortunately, Louis finds out about those things, and he'll have to suffer through that whole reality of which he finds. That makes this sound a lot more supernatural than it is. It's not a supernatural series. In fact, you could almost say it's semi-realistic fiction, I guess. I mean, now, this is my first comic, so I'm trying my best. But I will probably get things wrong, like some of the art, but ignore the fact that I can't consistently draw hands, and everything will be fine. You know, I guess I should probably mention, though, like, what the main characters themselves are going to be about. As we start with on the line work for Riley. I guess I'll start with him. Riley is, I would describe him as more like, he's a very kind and exceedingly generous kind of guy. He adores helping people, no matter who they are or where they're from, and he makes sure that everyone is well tended to. Loves art, he paints and knits, and is all around just someone's grandmother, but a young man. He, however, is unable to take care of his library and write and do the things he loves without severely damaging his health via lack of sleep. Hence why he decided to hire Louis in the first place. And Louis, meanwhile, is your shy, awkward senior in high school who just wants to be able to afford his college and function as a human being. Like, despite being an awkward mess, he's a very sweet, helpful kind of guy, very polite and courteous even when he's mildly or severely panicking inside. You know, like any good customer service employee. He's level-headed and just has a willingness to do his best and survive existence. You know, like the rest of us. But yeah, no, those are the characters that I've decided to work with, and honestly, I hope it goes well. I really hope it goes well. But okay. There, if you hear noise in the background, it's my mom. But moving on from that, I guess I should say, the first page will be released, at least according to the poll as of currently, and I guess 5:55 on November, frickin' whatever day it is a good time to just call the poll now, since, you know. But it will currently be released Friday, November 20th of this year, and it'll appear, like, I don't know, on my DeviantArt page, so feel free to go and watch that and get notified when the pages are released. The pages should also be released every 2 weeks on Friday, since that's what's been decided on. And I should also probably warn that, like, I think I might have briefly mentioned this earlier, I don't remember. The comic is incredibly dark. It is, I think, this will have to be one of the darkest things I've written, because I like to write a lot. But yeah, no, I would say this is not for the faint of heart. I don't know why I'm attempting this, but I am. If it goes poorly, well, I mean, I didn't need a feature. Yeah, I know. But, so every 2 weeks on Fridays, and again, this is my first comic, so the art may not be that great, and there might be some weird writing blips and things like that on occasion, but hopefully it goes well. I really want to try and tell a compelling, or at least mildly interesting story. I mean, I've loved comics for a very long time, so I'd really like this to go well. And, well, I feel like I haven't worked as hard on this as I have for the original Mr. Bad Guy comics, the discontinued thing that I kind of have shelved until I get the motivation to make it good. There was a noise and I lost all train of thought. Oh, right. No, I want this to be, like, whether it's good or bad, something that, like, at least a few people find mildly interesting, you know? I want it to be something that's just kind of, like, I don't know. Like, it's obviously not going to be up there, like, with your top-rated webcomics or your, frickin' anything that's, like, has a company behind it. But I like to think it'll be okay. I mean, if I can get more than a meh in either direction, I feel like that's a success. This piece, like the drawing itself that I'm doing for it, and it's incredibly simple, but I mostly just wanted to show the characters and be able to show something to announce that this was a thing that I'm actually doing. And, yeah, I think it just, I don't know. I think it'll work out, at least kind of, sort of, maybe possibly. Yeah. And I will say, I don't know. If nothing else, I like how I designed the characters. Louis is, funny enough, one of the few attempts I have at trying to consistently draw curly hair for a character. Hence why it's just the impression of curly hair. Because my hair game needs to go up. Although I love how I draw Riley's hair. As a side note, honestly, I think Riley, so far, as I'm working on this, has been my favorite character to draw. It's because, well, again, his hair is just black with highlights that I will add eventually. But, I don't know, it's just something about the shape, at least. I think his hair does change. Yeah, his hair will change, like, on a few occasions, but for the most part, it's this. Our poor tired man. Also, the bow is my favorite too. Riley's design is my favorite. I love Louis as well. He's adorable. But, and obviously, there will be other characters and things like that, because of course, it's a comic series. That's how those work, right? Yeah, right. And, I'm also kind of, because I wrote too many notes when it came to the Mr. Bad Guy thing, and that just made me be like, how the fuck do I incorporate everything? I'm trying, I guess, a more loose approach with this, because essentially this comic came up as a random idea from a random thought I had about a concept for a library story. And I decided for some mysterious reason that this is what I'm going to go with. And because it's so just like random thought that was in my head, I feel less worried about like, I guess, taking risks or just like going with the flow for it. Because I have a plot outline, don't get me wrong. But I know references to certain things I want to make like early on and stuff like that. I just don't want to, like, I want to try and see what I can come up with by just kind of going with it, you know? Yeah. And, I don't know. So far, I think it's turning out well. I like the plot elements I have. I have plot, and I think I have the main plot outline, and then backstory elements. And how I want to incorporate some of those, like small notes and things like that. And then I think I have a few side characters planned. And beyond that, I'm just kind of winging it. You know, that might bite me, that might go well, who knows. Yeah. So I can't get over that in this drawing. I just forgot how to draw a front-facing loafer. But you know what? It's besides the point. We're fine. Yeah. I will say that fashion-wise, Louis so far is my favorite. I'm just trying to figure out how to like pick clothes for a human is hard. I'm enjoying this though. I'm enjoying like the process of trying to make stuff that works or whatever, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, I think this is gonna go well. I hope this goes well. It should go well. Yeah, but we are approaching the end of the video already, which is kind of impressive. Well, I say approaching. Yeah, we're approaching the end of the video. So I guess I should start wrapping things up here. I hope you enjoy, like, not only the Speedpaint, but the comic when that comes out. Like I said, it comes out Friday, November 20th. There's no real time, so that I have planned. So, watch my DeviantArt page, and you can be notified of that immediately. Also do, like, YouTube things, like subscribing and stuff, I guess. That's a thing people do. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you will enjoy the comic. I hope you enjoy your existence. And I hope essentially that you have a nice day. I'll let the video finish out, and I'll catch you guys later.